corrupt judge. I'm going to give out his home address in a little while. I'm not really going to give out his home address. Democrats do that. Luigi Mangione will not face the death penalty for obviously, fatally shooting United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson because healthcare bad, insurance bad, CEOs bad, capitalism bad. The Democrat Party caused this assassination, just like they caused the assassination of Charlie Kirk, as they caused the sniper to shoot President Trump through the ear, and a second sniper trying to kill President Trump on a golf course in Florida. The Democrat Party is a violent criminal party. The massacre of police officers at a Black Lives Matter rally in Dallas, the murder of 2 illegal aliens while trying to kill ICE agents in a suicide attack on an ICE facility in Dallas. The Democrat Party is insane. Judge Margaret M. Garnett dismissed 2 of the 4 federal counts against Luigi Mangione, murder through the use of a firearm, which he's obviously guilty of. Here's the videotape, which carries a potential death sentence and a related firearm offense, which he's obviously guilty of. Mangione still faces 2 federal stalking counts. He has pleaded not guilty. Stalking is not the same as, here's the videotape, gun with a silencer shooting the man in the back that he had been stalking him and creeping around, lurking and all that. Garnett also ruled that Luigi Mangione's federal trial can feature evidence seized from the backpack he was wearing when he was arrested at the McDonald's in Altoona, Pennsylvania. Authorities have said the backpack contained a ghost gun, fake IDs, a notebook full of his bloodlust, and other writings detailing Mangione's grievances against the private healthcare system in the United States, which is the Democrat Party all the way around. Mangione's lawyers pushed to bar that evidence from the trial. Sure, it's like that, that Jim Carrey movie, Liar, Liar, where it's the Mangione's lawyers pushed to bar the evidence from the trial because the backpack, when they arrested him, he had the backpack, and there's the gun, there's his notepad, there's all this stuff. But it does remind of Jim Carrey in the movie Liar, Liar, who famously said what was it, Michael, that whatever it was, he wanted something dismissed, and he objected to it. And why did he object to it, Michael?
Your Honor, I object.
And why is that, Mr. Reed?
Because it's devastating to my case.
Overruled.
Good call.
There you go. And that's what should have happened with the evidence in the backpack from Liar, Liar. Mangione's liars pushed Mangione's liars pushed to bar that evidence from the trial, arguing in part that the arresting officers conducted an illegal search, which is not true. It's in his custody, and he's being arrested for an assassination. But never mind that. The prosecution team has forcefully rebutted that false and ridiculous contention. I added a couple of words there. The 27-year-old, who the Democrats love and they want their daughters to date him, is accused of gunning down Brian Thompson, the CEO, outside a Midtown Manhattan hotel on December 4th, 2024. Shortly before Christmas, he was assassinated. His wife and 2 children were not pleased by the assassination. As the executive was heading to an early morning investor conference, the killing set off a frantic manhunt across the region. Mangione faces 9 counts in a separate case brought by New York State prosecutors. They're going to run him for office before they're done, including second-degree murder. It looked like first-degree murder. It was premeditated, plotted, schemed, and assassination. If that's not first-degree murder, what is first-degree murder? And various weapons charges. He has pleaded not guilty in that case, too. And the Democrats, they want to date him. Now, Michael, who was the idiot? It was Ana Navarro. Is that correct? On CNN. Is that right, Michael? Ana Navarro on CNN, because they love murder, and they love murderers, and they love criminals that attack police. And their hero, Alex Preddy, they're talking about on CNN, and Ana Navarro said, everybody wants to have sex with Alex Preddy. And it's just like Luigi Mangione. If you're a criminal, Democrat Party women who are all mentally ill. They want you to date them, and they want their daughters to date criminals and murderers. Here's Anna Navarro on CNN talking about Alex Pretty.
They killed the wrong guy, right? Because this is like the perfect guy. Alex Pretty is the guy you would want to date your daughter. The guy you want your son to grow up to be a decent human being who was serving humanity, serving sick veterans, who is, there's nothing that has been said about that man that isn't wonderful. And so they can't malign him. They can't malign him because we have the videos.
And here are the videos of Alex Pretty 11 days before he was shot with a gun strapped to his hip, violently attacking a federal law enforcement vehicle, cursing them out. I can't, the cursing out, he's calling them MFers and Fers and spitting on the windows into the faces of the federal law enforcement agents, and then throwing a couple of really good kicks, I've got to say, with presumably steel-toed boots, kicking out the taillight of the federal law enforcement vehicle. And then when federal law enforcement agents got out in complete uniform and approached him, he violently attacked them and assaulted them. And Anna Navarro says, this is the guy you want to have sex with. This is the guy you want popping your daughter. And honestly, Luigi Mangione is the same thing, the assassin, and they all want to date him. They want to date Luigi Mangione. Speaking of which, and they want to date the dead Alex Pretty, because he's exactly the kind of guy. He's the perfect guy, and his resume is perfect. He's mentally, criminally insane. He violently attacked law enforcement, federal law enforcement, on 2 occasions to defend criminals and illegal aliens and gang members, and he's the hero. And it's true, he worked at a VA hospital. That was his job. And we'll doubtless learn more about what's wrong with that sooner or later, because, these people, can I just say, these people. And there's more as well, because, the hero, Luigi Mangione, who assassinated a father of 2 on the sidewalk of New York, shooting him in the back while he was headed to work in the morning to provide for his family. And Luigi Mangione, who comes from a very nice family in Maryland, as a matter of fact, and isn't this all amazing? These guys are the heroes of the Democratic Party, and it's quite an extraordinary thing. Now, again, who are they defending? What are they doing? Oh, and by the way, somebody, a Democrat, showed up at the jail where Luigi Mangione was being held yesterday and said he was an FBI agent, right? And he's a Democrat, imposter facing charges after trying to break Luigi Mangione out of prison with a pizza cutter. That's the left-wing idiots at Mediaite. That's their headline. And USA Today, pizza worker. That's hardly the headline. Posing as FBI agent, tries to free Luigi Mangione. USA Today has the story. A criminal complaint obtained by USA Today says that Mark Anderson of Mankato, Minnesota, told jail workers, that everybody's in the Soviet Union is a worker, that he was an FBI agent and he had a court order for Luigi Mangione's release. And isn't that amazing? Amanda Lee Myers at USA Today, I think she wants to date Luigi Mangione. A pizza worker. I've never heard anybody called a pizza worker before. Posing as an FBI agent and armed with a pie cutter. That's one of those pizza cutters with a handle and the sharp wheel, pie cutter. It's a pizza pie cutter. Facing federal charges after he tried to bust Luigi Mangione out of jail, according to a criminal complaint obtained by USA Today. You're doing great reporting there. Mark Anderson of Mankato, Minnesota, is charged on Thursday, January 29th, with impersonating an FBI agent after he showed up to a federal jail in New York City the night before and said he had a court order to release Mangione, according to the complaint. Of course, Mangione was due in court today so that a Democrat could say that that's not premeditated murder, that he plotted for weeks in advance and got the gun and the silencer and got his schedule and lurked outside the building for him and then premeditatedly shot him in the back and murdered him because he's angry with insurance and with healthcare or something unhinged like that. And then the judge says, well, that's not premeditated. It's the very definition of premeditated. You put it in law books as an example of what we mean when we use the word premeditation, but never mind that. And then let's exclude all the evidence that we can because, they want them to walk free. They're Democrats, and there's something wrong with their brains. Could be an alien invasion. Really could be. When Bureau of Prisons officers at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn asked to see Anderson's FBI credentials, the complaint says that the 36-year-old produced a Minnesota driver's license. Here's a picture of it here. And that he was armed with a pizza cutter and a big barbecue fork, a big pointy fork. You could kill somebody with that fork. The pizza cutter might be a little harder unless you tied him up first in a chair, something like that. But isn't that amazing? 36-year-old, he gave his driver's license, and he was armed with, and he threw numerous documents. He threw numerous documents at the office. Hey, yo, I'm FBI credentials. He started throwing, his release from a mental institution or something. I just made that up, but it might be. Officers then searched Anderson's bag, found a circular steel blade that looked like a small pizza cutter wheel. That's because that's what it was. That's why it looked like that. In addition to a barbecue fork, a big foot-long fork with two big prongs on it that you could stab people with, the complaint said. The complaint does not identify the inmate whom Anderson was trying to help, but law enforcement sources told USA Today that it was Luigi Mangione. I guess there might be an LGBTQ component to all of this, too. And you got protesters in front of the courthouse with not guilty signs and free Luigi signs, and they're all wearing matching garb, and they're mental. Try not to use the word turdo, but there it is. Aren't they amazing? Yeah, Luigi the hero. And now no more threat of death penalty for him because he wasn't it wasn't premeditated murder, and Don Lemon wasn't one of the protesters. Everything these people say is just remarkable, isn't it? Yes, it is. I am telling you. Let me tell you now. And we have more audio for you too, because the crazy people are on the loose. The Democrats. They haven't been caged. They need to be caged, honestly. Crazy racist protester Nekima Levy Armstrong was arrested, and it was just like slavery. She majored in African American studies, which means she doesn't know anything about anything, except she's a victim wherever she goes. Like Don Lemon, who, as Don Lemon has said, the only reason he was arrested is because he's black and gay. Well, no, but he'd be right at home in prison, at least. So have a nice time. Just remarkable.
As someone who majored in African American studies, I can tell you that is the closest I ever felt to slavery in my life.
I could meet you up with some people, but that's another thing for another day. Isn't that amazing? Yes, sir, man. In fact, let's go to soundbite number 14. Number 14, Tom Homan, our border czar, who is in Minnesota. He's in Minneapolis. He's trying to bring order from chaos. The Democrats represent chaos. Republicans represent order. These people, can I just say? Here's Tom Homan on what they are dealing with.
President Trump promised American people, including the residents of Minnesota, that he would work to ensure our communities are safe. And with that, this administration is absolutely focused on identifying removal aliens that pose a public safety threat and national security threats.
That seems like a pretty good idea. The Democrats say, no, they must run free. Free to kill, free to rape, free to forcibly sodomize underage boys, and free to forcibly sodomize underage girls, which they've arrested. And also the Department of Homeland Security last night, put out another statement DHS highlights more criminal illegal aliens, including pedophiles, domestic abusers. Democrats love pedophiles and domestic abusers, like Kilmore Abrego Garcia, repeated domestic abuser, and Senator Chris Van Hollen flew down to Whoville to go have a margarita with him and hang out in jail, wearing something scanty. So DHS, more criminal illegal aliens, including pedophiles, domestic abusers, and violent assailants arrested yesterday in Minnesota. Isn't that amazing? So in just one day, and here is just in Minnesota, I have a list of some of the illegal aliens that were arrested just yesterday, just in Minnesota. And these are the people that the Democrat Party, they're fighting for in the streets. They're willing to give up their lives to secure freedom for these people. That's coming up.
The perfect guy. Alex Petty is the guy you would want to date your daughter.
You're listening to The Chris Plant Show. News Talk 105.9 WMAL, making sense of the news. If your patio, sidewalk, or driveway is cracked or uneven, if you've tripped or fallen as a result, or if you're worried about the liability of an uneven surface on your property, American Concrete Services can quickly help. Don't pay the high cost to tear out and replace your sidewalk, patio, driveway, or pool deck. American Concrete Services has an economical solution which can raise and stabilize your existing concrete at a fraction of the cost of full replacement. They're environmentally friendly structural foam. With structural foam lifting, there's no heavy equipment to cause damage to your property and no loud noises from jackhammering. Best of all, most repairs can be completed in just one day. Have your entire patio, sidewalk, or driveway safe and level again. No job is too big or small. Call American Concrete Services now for your free estimate at 240-665-5665. That's 240-665-5665. Again, 240-665-5665. Licensed in D.C., Maryland, and Virginia. NHIC 140530.
The Mega Millions jackpot is getting mega huge. Head to your favorite New York Lottery retailer and grab a ticket today for your chance at a massive win. Currently over $200 million. Good luck, New York. Please play responsibly.
Morning, people, wake up for peace and quiet. McDonald's breakfast, people, we wake up for the sweet rush of getting that warm, delicious breakfast right before it ends.
Start your morning at McDonald's and mix and match a sausage McMuffin with egg McMuffin, or sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles. Get any two for just $5 and pair it with $1.99 any size iced coffee. Save time and order ahead in the app. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer. Single item at regular price.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Hey, Dad, I've been saving up, and I think I'm ready to buy my own car.
Yeah, son, I think so too. Now, have you thought about how you're going to finance it?
Not really. I really like banking with Northern Credit Union. They offer loans, right?
Well, of course they do. Your mom and I have banked with Northern Credit Union for a long time and have gone through them for a lot of things, like our home improvement loan for the deck we put on last summer. You should really stop in and see them before you shop around.
Yeah, but look, you can apply for a loan right in your Northern Credit Union mobile banking app.
Oh, really? Well, that's convenient. I knew anyone could apply for a loan at mynorthern.com. Looks like they're making it even easier now.
Apply for your next loan with Northern Credit Union online or in mobile banking. Not a member? Not a problem. Apply for your loan on our website at mynorthern.com. New car, used car, first car, home loan, personal loan, we've got you covered. Visit mynorthern.com to learn more. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Opportunity Lender.
Whatever your goals, Americu has the right loan solutions to help you consolidate debt, financial reviews to help you budget for the present, and certificate rates that'll help you save for the future. Get started today at americu.org/possibility.
Your path to adult education begins with AEPP. Whether it's preparing for your GED, building your reading and writing skills, or discovering apprenticeship opportunities, learn more today at nysed.gov/adulted. A message from the New York State Education Department.
Your chance at a jackpot is waiting on every corner. Head to your favorite New York Lottery retailer and grab a Powerball ticket today for your chance to win the ever-growing jackpot. Currently over $50 million. Good luck out there, New York. Please play responsibly.
Morning, people, wake up for peace and quiet. McDonald's breakfast, people, we wake up for the sweet rush of getting that warm, delicious breakfast right before it ends.
Start your morning at McDonald's and mix and match a sausage McMuffin with egg McMuffin, or sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles. Get any two for just $5 and pair it with $1.99 any size iced coffee. Save time and order ahead in the app. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer. Single item at regular price.
Hey, Dad, I've been saving up, and I think I'm ready to buy my own car.
Yeah, son, I think so too. Now, have you thought about how you're going to finance it?
Not really. I really like banking with Northern Credit Union. They offer loans, right?
Well, of course they do. Your mom and I have banked with Northern Credit Union for a long time and have gone through them for a lot of things, like our home improvement loan for the deck we put on last summer. You should really stop in and see them before you shop around.
Yeah, but look, you can apply for a loan right in your Northern Credit Union mobile banking app.
Oh, really? Well, that's convenient. I knew anyone could apply for a loan at mynorthern.com. Looks like they're making it even easier now.
Apply for your next loan with Northern Credit Union online or in mobile banking. Not a member? Not a problem. Apply for your loan on our website at mynorthern.com. New car, used car, first car, home loan, personal loan, we've got you covered. Visit mynorthern.com to learn more. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Opportunity Lender.
WMAL, making sense of the roads, because traffic doesn't always follow the pattern. Download the WMAL app to stream us for free.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
And so yesterday, the Department of Homeland Security put out a list of the people that they arrested in Minnesota day before yesterday, the illegal alien criminals that they arrested day before yesterday, that the Democrats are fighting for. And I'm going to share those criminals with you, those Democrats with you in just a moment. But first, I want to go to the telephones to Bonnie. Calling from Charleston, South Carolina. Bonnie, you're on the Chris Plant Show.
Hey, Chris.
Hi, Bonnie.
So are you there?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so I think we need to go before Congress now to outlaw kitchen utensils. They're getting very dangerous. We have a marinade injector, a pizza cutter, and a barbecue fork. This is getting very serious.
You are absolutely right, and I had not put together the kitchen syringe. They keep calling it a syringe, and that poor Ilhan Omar was squirted. What was she squirted with, Bonnie?
Well, that's another kitchen. Apple cider vinegar.
It was apple cider vinegar. So we're going to have to, in keeping with the Democrat Party's habits, we're going to have to ban apple cider vinegar, right?
Right.
And the plastic syringe thing that you use to marinate and baste chickens in a pan, which is what she was squirted with. Had the apple cider vinegar squirted on her, and now we've got the barbecue fork, a 2-pronged fork. We're going to have to ban that, and of course a pizza cutter. So all of these things have to go.
I think it's time for another T-shirt. Ban all kitchen utensils now.
Why didn't I think of that, Bonnie? That is wonderful. We're gonna have pictures of the basting. It's not really. Is it a syringe? Do they call it a syringe in the kitchen section, Bonnie?
No, I think they call it an injector.
Oh, okay, an injector. And so we've got to ban those, and the pizza cutter and the 2-pronged barbecue fork. And, of course, apple cider vinegar, which is a dangerous chemical, remember?
Yep. I think we're in trouble. The kitchen is a dangerous place to be.
It is a very dangerous place to be in. And if you have to reach for a thing on a high shelf, get somebody tall to do it, because we don't want anybody falling down on the job. Bonnie, that is wonderful. Thank you so much for the call. That is just great. We're going to have to ban a lot of stuff.
WMAL-FM, Woodbridge, Washington, a Cumulus media station. Making sense of the news. News Talk 105.9. News now.
WMAL News at 11. Good morning, everyone. I'm John Matthews. Happening now, closing arguments underway in the Brendan Banfield double murder case in Fairfax County. Prosecutors trying to convince the jury that its case is stronger than the defense.
You have zero explanation from the defense as to how all of this blood evidence can be as it is. The Commonwealth gave you an explanation. Brendan Banfield and Juliana Perez Margulies colluded to kill Joseph Ryan and Christine Banfield. That makes sense.
Margulies, the family's au pair, has already reached a plea deal in the case. A former Fed official is President Trump's choice to lead the central bank.
President Trump has named former Fed Governor Kevin Warsh to succeed Jerome Powell as Fed chair. The announcement was made in a Truth Social post this morning. Warsh met with the president yesterday. Markets perceive Warsh as supporting lower interest rates, but they see him stopping short of more aggressive easing. The nomination must be confirmed by the Senate. Powell's term as chair expires in mid-May. Warsh served on the Fed's Board of Governors for 5 years. Ginny Coselda, Fox News.
The Democratic effort to impeach Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem is gaining support.
House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries told Fox News this week Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem should be fired, and if she's not, they will work to impeach her. Noem told Fox's Sean Hannity,
"These radicals are attacking me, but I'm just doing my job. I'm following the law, enforcing the laws like President Trump promised that he would do."
When asked about backlash for calling protester Alex Preddy a domestic terrorist after agents shot and killed him in Minneapolis, Noem said the FBI was still investigating, but that statements about Preddy were made using the best information they had at the time events were unfolding. Jessica Rosenthal, Fox News.
All of this cold weather we've had this week has now forced a small delay in NASA's planned moon launch.
The extremely cold weather much of the country has been enduring extends as far south as Florida, and that is forcing NASA to delay the wet dress rehearsal of the launch of Artemis 2, the crewed mission to orbit the moon in preparation for a lunar landing. The delay in the rehearsal now means the launch won't happen until Sunday, February 8th at the earliest. The crew of 4 are planned to circle past the moon to a distance away from Earth no humans have ever reached. They'll also be the first to fly in an Orion multi-purpose crew vehicle, a capsule developed by NASA for long-distance space travel. Evan Brown, Fox News.
In another notorious murder case with ties to the region, a federal district judge has ruled that Luigi Mangione should not face the death penalty if convicted of killing United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. The ruling a loss for federal prosecutors who were intent on seeing the death penalty for Mangione. Judge Margaret Garnett found the federal murder charge against him was technically flawed. She did, however, leave in place stalking charges. They carry a maximum sentence of life in prison. Mangione's trial is set to start in September. Checking your money, the Dow is down 300 points. The NASDAQ is down 111. Up next, traffic and weather on News Talk 105.9 WMAF.
Morning people wake up for peace and quiet. McDonald's breakfast people, we wake up for the sweet rush of getting that warm, delicious breakfast right before it ends.
Start your morning at McDonald's and mix and match a sausage McMuffin with egg McMuffin, or sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles. Get any 2 for just $5 and pair it with $1.99 any size iced coffee. Save time and order ahead in the app. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer. Single item at regular price.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Your chance at a jackpot is waiting on every corner. Head to your favorite New York lottery retailer and grab a Powerball ticket today for your chance to win the ever-growing jackpot. Currently over $950 million. Good luck out there in New York. Please play responsibly.
It's truck and SUV season at Widget Auto Sales, the used car leader. Just look at the rows of trucks and the rows of SUVs ready for winter, like a Ford F-150 XLT, yours for just $37,999. How about a 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander, just $20,999? Or a beautiful Chevy Truck Z71, yours for $26,999. Rows of trucks and rows of SUVs during truck and SUV season at the veteran-owned Widget Auto Sales, the used car leader on out of Washington Street, or online at widgetautosales.com.
Taking care of your eyes shouldn't be a hassle. That's why Warby Parker is a one-stop shop for all your vision needs. Our prescription glasses and sunglasses are expertly crafted and unexpectedly affordable. Stop by a nearby store or use our app to virtually try on frames and get personalized recommendations. Did we mention we offer eye exams and take vision insurance too? For everything you need to see, head to your nearest Warby Parker store or visit warbyparker.com today. That's warbyparker.com.
WMAL traffic and weather. Here is Steve Hirshhorn in the Hadid Carpet Cleaning Traffic Center.
On 395 southbound at the beginning of the 14th Street Bridge heading into Arlington, the snow removal crew is along the right-hand side of the roadway. Delays begin near Main Avenue. Continuing south on 95, a little bit slow across the Occoquan, and then south of that, there was a work zone just south of Quantico blocking the left lane. Eastbound on 66, a broken down vehicle right before the Beltway blocks the right lane. Delays from Nutley Street. Interlooping Beltway at the Springfield Interchange. Construction blocks the right lane. Now from GarageDoorRepair.com, the WMAL Stormwatch 7 forecast.
Highs today in the 20s, overnight lows single digits and lower teens with a cold weather advisory. Tomorrow mostly cloudy, 22 to 27 degrees, and wind gusts upwards of 40 miles per hour on Sunday. I'm 7 News meteorologist Steve Rudin in the First Alert Weather Center.
It is 19 in Newington, 17 in Kensington, 19 at Reagan National. John Matthews, News Talk 105.9 WMAL.
Now on 105.9 FM and streaming worldwide on the WMAL app. Chris Plant.
Well, people are talking about this. The second major winter storm in a week is headed for the East Coast. It is a weather phenomenon experts are calling genuine.
That's exactly right. Except the news media is calling it a deadly bomb cyclone. It's a deadly bomb cyclone. Don't call it a deadly bomb cyclone threat to a school, though, because you might get arrested. Like Don Lemon. The deadly bomb cyclone is coming. Or as we used to call it, winter. Exactly right. Remember winter before it was snowpocalypse and snowmageddon and a deadly bomb cyclone? It might snow. Then again, it might not. It's a deadly bomb cyclone, they say. These people. Yeah, sir. By the way, the Democrats want to shut the government down. They're going to try to hold up funding for the government because ICE must be defunded. Defund the police. No, the police. Disband the police. They want to disband Immigration Customs Enforcement so that ICE doesn't exist anymore, and then a different government agency would have to do the same thing because stupid people are in charge and very, very dishonest people indeed. So they want to shut down the government. The Democrats do, and their plan is already in place to blame the Republicans. They've coordinated that with their news media allies at NBC and ABC and CNN. And, oh, yeah, the Democrats will shut the government down because they want to defund ICE because they're the Open Borders Party, and they want Trende Aragua to run, apartment complexes from Colorado to Maine. And they want Somalis to steal billions of dollars and provide the money to a radical Islamic terrorist jihadi group called Al-Shabaab, which I know sounds like a chicken dish on a stick, but it's not. It's another murderous, bloodthirsty gang of Islamist ghouls. Speaking of bloodthirsty ghouls, the Department of Homeland Security put out a list yesterday, and they said, hey, here are the people we arrested in Minnesota yesterday. So that'd be day before yesterday, because they put this out on the 29th. Today is the 30th of January. Pay no attention, but they put out a list. Some of the criminals arrested during Operation Metro Surge yesterday. All right, so that would be January 28th, the day before yesterday. That'd be Wednesday. And just Wednesday, and just in Minnesota, where the Democrats are literally giving up their own lives to defend the freedom of these illegal aliens. And these are the people that the Democrats are dying for, quite literally. Isn't that amazing? Yes, it is. Now, Assistant Secretary, Department of Homeland Security, Tricia McLaughlin, spokeswoman there, who's wonderful and articulate and happens to be beautiful as well. The Department of Homeland Security highlights more criminal illegal aliens arrested in Minnesota yesterday, that'd be Wednesday, during Operation Metro Surge, including those convicted of second-degree criminal sexual conduct with a minor, domestic abuse, these are the people the Democrats are dying to defend, literally, second-degree assault with a dangerous weapon, and Tricia McLaughlin said, we are in Minnesota to get criminal illegal aliens off the streets. Just yesterday, DHS law enforcement arrested pedophiles, domestic abusers, and armed assailants. We are calling on Minnesota sanctuary politicians to work with us. Let us into their jails so that they won't let it. Hey, the criminals are there. We can arrest them and things like that. And offers safety, arrest these criminals before they're released onto the streets, which Democrats like to do, so they will commit more crimes against children and the elderly, because more Democrats, more crime. More Democrats, more murder. More Democrats, more sexual assault on children, which they like. They're, California people. If we work together, Tricia McLaughlin said, we can make America safe again. The Democrats do not want America to be more safe. They want America to be more dangerous. This is the fundamental transformation of America into a third world beep hole country. Now, DHS put out a list yesterday with photographs, with mugshots, if you will, of a number of criminals that they arrested just on Wednesday, including Roberto de Leon Garcia, a criminal illegal alien from Mexico, where my best girl and I go on vacation, but he's a refugee from a place where Americans go on vacation by the millions, and Democrats don't see anything wrong with that. Roberto de Leon Garcia, a criminal illegal alien from Mexico, arrested for second-degree criminal sexual conduct and sexual conduct with a child under the age of 14. That would be 13 or 12 or 11. And Roberto de Leon Garcia is a hero of the Democrat Party. They're out there fighting in the streets to make sure he's loose. And listen to this. So the criminal sexual conduct with a child under the age of 14 and convicted of conspiracy to transport aliens within the U.S. So he's a human trafficker of illegal aliens and a child rapist. And the Democrats, and he was arrested on Wednesday in Minnesota, and the Democrats are fighting for his freedom to continue to commit crimes against Americans as an illegal alien. Second, Thao Pao Zhang, and criminal illegal alien from Laos, a lot of those, it turns out, in Minnesota, convicted of fleeing a peace officer in a motor vehicle, theft, auto theft, possession of drugs, terroristic threats, possession of burglary tools, burglary, domestic abuse, identity theft, possession of a short-barreled shotgun, intentionally pointing firearm at a person, first-degree reckless endangering safety. All right, and this is one of the guys that the Democrat Party, they're out in the street fighting for his release. Philip Adjoko, a criminal illegal alien from Ghana, convicted of second-degree assault with a dangerous weapon. And the Democrats, well, that's not very much. We should let him go. And wait till he murders several people. And then maybe we'll do something. Isn't that amazing? Ghana, I stopped in Ghana once for a short period of time. Luis Amagon Dominguez, a criminal illegal alien from Mexico, again, convicted of second-degree assault with a dangerous weapon, criminal re-entry into the United States, of an aggravated felon illegal alien into the United States after removal. So one of the crimes he committed was he was convicted of crimes here, and he was deported. And they said, and if you come back in, that's an additional crime. And so he came back in because the Democrats invited him in, and they have a gift basket for him, including guns and ammo. So the illegal alien from Mexico could kill more people, right? And then Javier Alexander Ramirez Lumaquina. And Lumaquinga, he's a criminal illegal alien from Ecuador, another country where my best girl and I have been on vacation. Convicted of 2 DUIs, driving while intoxicated, a drunk Ecuadorian, and another DUI still pending with the Dakota County District Court in Hastings, Minnesota. And so he's a drunk Indian up the yin-yang, convicted of 2 DWIs, which are DUIs here, and another one pending. So he's a drunk Indian, and he drives around drunk, and he hasn't killed. There was a drunk Indian, a drunk illegal alien in Virginia a few years ago, got drunk again, and crashed his car and killed a nun driving her car peacefully. And the Democrats don't care. That nun didn't become a household name like George Floyd. And this is Department of Homeland Security just listing with mugshots some of the crimes that the people they arrested have been convicted of and are wanted for. And the Democrat Party, they don't care about human life because they are the left, you know? That's who they are. All right, now, let's, I wanted to share that with you because these are the people, the Democrat Party, the Democrat and everybody, their violent mobs in the streets are defending, right? And their heroes like Alex Preddy and Renee Good are defending these child rapists and wife beaters and drunk drivers and everything else. And they're out there giving their lives to defend these criminals, right? By the way, the Justice Department holding a briefing on Don Lemon being arrested, and I will share some of that with you coming up. In the meantime, let's go back to the telephones, Michael. Let's go to Al, calling from Oak Lawn, Illinois, outside of Chicago, listening on the great WLS. Al, you are on the Chris Plank Show.
Hey, good morning, Chris. Chris, the schools in Oak Lawn, Illinois, which is on the edge of Chicago, School District 123, they are closed due to a threat that's been issued against one school, which is the Colmar School. There's quite a number of schools in Oak Lawn, but they've shut it down. They've even shut down online learning. I'm sorry, get that wrong.
Yeah, lyric.
I want to address the thing that to me is very important. You know, you and I are of an age. We're boys of the 50s. We were alive at a time when many people who fought the war could tell us stories about what happened. But late in my life, my cousin Bob Slaw, who attended prisoners at a prisoner of war camp, a concentration camp, after the war, spoke to them because he spoke Yiddish, went into the camp and told my brother and I that he could not forget for the rest of his life, and I'm talking 55, 60 years, the sights and the smell of what he observed. When I hear people talk about Nazism, they haven't got a clue. They have no idea the brutality, the slaughter of human beings. I was engaged to a girl whose father was a Yugoslavian prisoner of war. He weighed 98 pounds, this 6'1" man, when he walked out of a prisoner of war camp after the war. These people are morons. That's a compliment for guys. It's a compliment. It's an insult to morons to say that. It angers me bar none. And my cousin was Jewish, and he went into this camp and saw this. Couldn't describe it. He teared up because he couldn't stand the thought and memory of it all of his lifetime.
Right, and that's perfectly normal, of course. And you're right. We grew up with, our neighbors. My father was a World War II vet, a Navy fighter pilot. We were surrounded in our neighborhood by World War II veterans, my uncles and everybody. And I got to tell you, like these documentaries we see on jazz and baseball and stuff, they're all fine and good. But the first documentary series that made an impression on me was The World at War, a British production, and I still have it on DVD, the whole box set. As soon as it was available, I went and bought The World at War, and it's the most horrifying account of World War II, both in Europe and in Asia, and certainly the accounts in the World at War of the liberation of the death camps by the American troops liberating people that survived. From the Socialist Workers' Party of Adolf Hitler, and Al, I've got to say, I've always known the Nazi Party as the National Socialist German Workers' Party, and for short, it's the Nazis. But ask any college graduate today for the long form title of the Nazi Party, and I'll bet 99.8 out of 100 would not even come close.
Chris, I grew up in Marquette Park. 3 blocks from where I lived was the Nazi Party headquarters in Chicago. 3 blocks. We used to watch these nut jobs walk in with their uniforms. I knew a friend of mine's father was a captain under Rommel, and he fled Germany. I knew a Jewish woman who was a diva of the Berlin Opera who was standing at a train depot, about to be loaded onto a train to go to a death camp, when a captain of the German army recognized her, took her out of line, got her to the United States. She later died in Israel at 105 years of age. God rest Miriam Janowski.
Wow. That is amazing. I also, I was a teenager on the North Shore of Chicago, and the Nazis marched in Skokie, Illinois. Yes. And the Nazis I think his name was Frank Collins or something, the head of the Nazi.
Yes.
Is that right? And I actually tried to organize a bunch of teenagers to go down and throw rocks at him and stuff, and nobody was interested. I couldn't get. I think I was 16 years old when that was happening, and the Nazi and Skokie had the highest concentration anywhere in America of Holocaust survivors, which is why the Nazi Party of Chicago targeted Skokie, Illinois, for that march. And I remember it well. And, again, my father died when I was a baby, but my mother kept everything fresh. And my uncles were World War II guys. And everywhere around us, there were World War II guys. And Nazi, the very word Nazi is just, and that's why the left uses it, of course, and they don't call the Nazi Party the Socialist Workers' Party of Germany. You've noticed that.
Exactly. Yeah, because they don't understand anything about it. It's a name to them. It's like saying cheeseburger. It has no meaning to them in reality. If they understood the violence, not only let's talk about Stalin. Let's talk about Mao Zedong. Let's talk about the slaughter of 100 million people in the last century at the hands of people who promised good things to the workers and gave them nothing. Well, death.
Yeah, well, death, yeah, and end to life, and all of that. Yeah, and I'll tell you, the now chief law enforcement officer of the Commonwealth of Virginia, Jake Jones, right? Jake Jones. He said if he had 2 bullets and he was in a room with Adolf Hitler and Socialist Workers' Party, Pol Pot, the Socialist Communist Party of Cambodia, murdered millions. And the Republican Speaker of the State House in Virginia, and he had a gun with 2 bullets. He'd used both bullets on the Republican and killed the Republican, and he said he wanted to kill his children. And this guy was then, after that, was elected to be the Attorney General of the state of Virginia by Democrats, who said, murdering Republicans and letting Hitler and Pol Pot live. So the Socialist Workers' Party and the Communist Party, murderers of millions of people, they will be allowed to live. Jay Jones and Gerald Jones, misspelled Jones, and he's taken up residence in the old seat of the Confederacy in Richmond, Virginia. I got to tell you, Al, it's true. History is lost on these people, language is lost on these people, and truth is certainly lost on these people.
Hey, what's going on?
Those bums won their court case, so they're marching today.
What bums?
The Nazi Party. Illinois Nazis.
I hate Illinois Nazis.
There's only one Chris Plant. The Chris Plant Show. News Talk 105.9 WMAL. Making sense of the news.
Morning people wake up for peace and quiet. McDonald's breakfast people, we wake up for the sweet rush of getting that warm, delicious breakfast right before it ends.
Start your morning at McDonald's and mix and match a sausage McMuffin with egg McMuffin, or sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles. Get any 2 for just $5 and pair it with $1.99 any size iced coffee. Save time and order ahead in the app. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer. Single item at regular price.
With great savings rates and debt solutions to help you refocus your finances, the new year is full of possibility with AmeriQ Credit Union. Whatever your goals, AmeriQ has the right loan solutions to help you consolidate past debt, financial reviews to help you budget for the present, and certificate rates that'll help you save for the future. Possibility starts here with AmeriQ Credit Union. Get started today at ameriq.org/possibility.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details. Hey, Dad, I've been saving up, and I think I'm ready to buy my own car.
No, son, I think so too. Now, have you thought about how you're going to finance it?
Not really. I really like banking with Northern Credit Union. They offer loans, right?
Well, of course they do. Your mom and I have banked with Northern Credit Union for a long time and have gone through them for a lot of things, like our home improvement loan for the deck we put on last summer. You should really stop in and see them before you shop around.
Yeah, but look, you can apply for a loan right in your Northern Credit Union mobile banking app.
Oh, really? Well, that's convenient. I knew anyone could apply for a loan at mynorthern.com. Looks like they're making it even easier now.
Apply for your next loan with Northern Credit Union online or in mobile banking. Not a member? Not a problem. Apply for your loan on our website at mynorthern.com. New car, used car, first car, home loan, personal loan, we've got you covered. Visit mynorthern.com to learn more. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Opportunity Lender.
Health surprises can change your life in an instant. You've seen it happen to others, but it doesn't have to be your story. At Princeton Longevity Center, we customize actionable and proactive health plans to maximize your lifespan and take control of your health. Our Cancer Check program combines cutting-edge technology with top medical expertise to keep you ahead of potential risks. With advanced full-body imaging, genetic testing, and multi-cancer detection blood tests, we look for even the earliest signs of problems. Results are analyzed by expert physicians who craft a personalized plan to safeguard your future. You're not just a patient, you're a partner in your health journey, backed by a team committed to helping you live longer, healthier, and more vibrantly. Our programs have saved hundreds of lives and empowered countless others to take control of their health. Be proactive with your health for the ultimate peace of mind. Call 888-8000-PLC or visit PrincetonLongevityCenter.com. Morning people wake up for peace and quiet. McDonald's breakfast people, we wake up for the sweet rush of getting that warm, delicious breakfast right before it ends.
Start your morning at McDonald's and mix and match a sausage McMuffin with egg McMuffin, or sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles. Get any two for just $5 and pair it with $1.99 any size iced coffee. Save time and order ahead in the app. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer. Single item at regular price.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
It's truck and SUV season at Widget Auto Sales, a used car leader. Just look at the rows of trucks and the rows of SUVs ready for winter, like a Ford F-150 XLT, yours for just $37,999. How about a 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander, just $20,999? Or a beautiful Chevy truck Z71, yours for $26,999. Rows of trucks and rows of SUVs during truck and SUV season at the veteran-owned Widget Auto Sales, a used car leader in out of Washington Street, or online at widgetautosales.com.
With great savings rates and debt solutions to help you refocus your finances, the new year is full of possibility with AmeriQ Credit Union. Whatever your goals, AmeriQ has the right loan solutions to help you consolidate past debt, financial reviews to help you budget for the present, and certificate rates that will help you save for the future. Possibility starts here with AmeriQ Credit Union. Get started today at ameriq.org/possibility.
Never miss an episode of the Derek Hunter Show. If you do, we just might talk about you. 3 o'clock on WMAN.
Wow, wow, wow. Ah, yes. Yeah, I am telling you. Your Democrat Party, did you see Hakeem Jeffries? I guess, Michael, we have 2 Hakeem Jeffries sound bites. Is that right? 2 Hakeem Jeffries sound bites? And let's go to the I'd like to use the first one of Hakeem Jeffries. Who does he want to murder, Michael? Kristi Noem? Kristi Noem, Secretary Kristi Noem. Here is the Democrat leader in the House of Representatives, and Kristi Noem is in their crosshairs. And you know how many snipers, suicide attackers they have, and self-immolating suicide lunatics, the Democrat Party. Honestly, they're much worse than ISIS or Al-Qaeda in the United States, and they have been for the last 5 years. If you don't count September 11th, which they like to do, they like to not count September 11th. The Democrat Party in the last 5 years, suicide attacks, assassinations, murders, all of the mayhem. But let me hear what Hakeem Jeffries has to say, and what did he mean when he said what he said. I've got that coming up. Kristi Noem and Democrats, their propensity for violence.
This is the Chris Plant Show.
WMAL-FM, Woodbridge, Washington, a Cumulus media station.
Making sense of the news.
News Talk 105.9. News now.
WMAL News at 11:30. I'm Heather Curtis. Breaking this hour, the DOJ is releasing 3 million more pages from the Epstein files. Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche.
Oh, we're releasing more than 3 million pages today, and not the 6 million pages that we collected.
As for what isn't being released,
the categories of documents withheld include those permitted under the Act to be withheld. Files that contain personally identifiable information of victims or victims' personal and medical files, and similar files, the disclosure of which would constitute a clearly unwarranted invasion of personal privacy.
the files posted to the department's website include some of the several million pages of records that officials said were withheld from an initial release in December. Traffic and Weather next.
This report is sponsored by Elephant Insurance.
Got a team behind the wheel? Elephant Insurance can save you cash with multi-car, good student, and student-away discounts. Rated excellent on Trustpilot. Switchers save $805 on average. Visit elephant.com. Product prices and discounts may vary by eligibility requirements. Auto insurance is underwritten by Elephant Insurance Company.
WMAL traffic from the Hadid Perfect Cleaning Traffic Center.
Georgetown, we have a lot of snow removal going on. Avoid, if you can, not only M Street between the Key Bridge and Wisconsin Avenue, but also Canal Road, trying to get to the Key Bridge. Inbound Key Bridge is jammed out of Roslyn. So again, save yourself a headache and avoid heading through that area. Same story on Wisconsin Avenue between M Street and Glover Park. There's areas of snow removal as well. Crews are on the outbound 14th Street Bridge removing the snow along the right side. Alexandria, Van Dorn Street is jammed before the Beltway to head up toward Edsel Road. Now from GarageDoorRepair.com, the WMAL Stormwatch 7 forecast.
Today, sunny to partly cloudy, highs in the mid-20s. Right now, 19 in Washington. I'm Heather Curtis on WMAL.
Morning people wake up for peace and quiet. McDonald's breakfast people, we wake up for the sweet rush of getting that warm, delicious breakfast right before it ends.
Start your morning at McDonald's and mix and match a sausage McMuffin with egg McMuffin, or sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles. Get any two for just $5 and pair it with $1.99 any size iced coffee. Save time and order ahead in the app. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer. Single item at regular price.
Hey, Dad, I've been saving up, and I think I'm ready to buy my own car.
Yeah, son, I think so too. Now, have you thought about how you're going to finance it?
Not really. I really like banking with Northern Credit Union. They offer loans, right?
Well, of course they do. Your mom and I have banked with Northern Credit Union for a long time and have gone through them for a lot of things, like our home improvement loan for the deck we put on last summer. You should really stop in and see them before you shop around.
Yeah, but look, you can apply for a loan right in your Northern Credit Union mobile banking app.
Oh, really? Well, that's convenient. I knew anyone could apply for a loan at mynorthern.com. Looks like they're making it even easier now.
Apply for your next loan with Northern Credit Union online or in mobile banking. Not a member? Not a problem. Apply for your loan on our website at mynorthern.com. New car, used car, first car, home loan, personal loan, we've got you covered. Visit mynorthern.com to learn more. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Opportunity Lender.
With great savings rates and debt solutions to help you refocus your finances, the new year is full of possibility with Amerique Credit Union. Whatever your goals, Amerique has the right loan solutions to help you consolidate past debt, financial reviews to help you budget for the present, and certificate rates that'll help you save for the future. Possibilities start here with Amerique Credit Union. Get started today at amerique.org/possibility.
Tu camino hacia la educación para adultos empieza con AEDD. Te ayudamos a encontrar los programas que mejor se adapten a tu rutina. Saber más en nyset.gov/adult. Este es un mensaje del Departamento de Educación del Estado de Nueva York.
It's truck and SUV season at Widget Auto Sales, a used car leader. Just look at the
Can't fucking make that shit out. What the fuck?
Like a Ford F-150 XLT. Yours for just $37,999. How about a 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander? Just $20,999. Or a beautiful Chevy truck C71. Yours for $26,999. Rows of trucks and rows of SUVs during truck and SUV season at the veteran-owned Widget Auto Sales.
What the fuck does that do that for? Fucking ignorant.
WMAL, making sense of social media because big tech can't be trusted. Download the WMAL app to stream us for free.
Oh, it's fucking ignorant.
The Democrat leader in the House of Representatives is a radical anti-Semite named Hakeem Jeffries, an Islamist. He was mentored by his uncle, Professor Leonard Jeffries, a radical left-wing extremist and virulent, very well-known anti-Semite. And Hakeem Jeffries is the #1 Democrat in the House of Representatives. If they steal the elections, he'll become the Speaker of the House, and he's a vile and repugnant person and a violent person. And Democrats, they're threatening to shut the government down today. Here is Hakeem, the guy, just the look on his face, the look in his eyes. If you saw him out in the woods, you'd know that everybody was in danger with the look on his face. He's a menace to civilization. Here is Hakeem Jeffries shutting the government down. It's all the Republicans' fault.
We want to avoid a government shutdown, but it's necessary to ensure that the Department of Homeland Security dramatically changes the way in which it has been conducting itself. Taxpayer dollars should not be used to brutalize or kill American citizens or to violently target law-abiding immigrant families.
Law-abiding immigrant families. What law-abiding immigrant families? We got 2 white Anglo-European American Democrats who had been shot and killed. One of them was in his second brawl in 11 days with federal law enforcement while carrying a gun for the second time, an extra magazine. And that's the new hero, Alex Preddy, who, according to CNN, all your daughters want to date Alex Preddy. He's the perfect man, the perfect guy, and you want your daughter to date him. And Renee Good was out there being a lunatic and bouncing up and down in her car, listening to loud music. Then when ordered to get out of her vehicle, which she was using to block the road and block federal law enforcement, ordered to get out of the car, she instead put it in gear and punched it and crashed her car into a federal agent, and she was shot. And the loss of both of their lives, the tragic death of Alex Preddy, the tragic death of Renee Good, brought on in both cases entirely by themselves, 100% by themselves. But again, at CNN, if you're Luigi Mangione or Alex Preddy, then you want your daughter to date them because of their mental illnesses. And the Democrats want to shut down ICE completely. So it doesn't exist anymore. It was created after September 11th. 2001, when the jihadis attacked. The Democrats are now closer to Al-Qaeda than they are to John F. Kennedy on the political spectrum. But here is the Democrat leader in the House of Representatives, Hakeem Jeffries, on shutting down the government. I did that. And I can't hear you. Oh, yeah.
Holy fuck, now it's showing.
Yeah, we don't want to shut the government down. We just want to defund everything we want to defund. We want ICE to disappear. And we don't want to enforce immigration law. And we want open borders. And we want all the Venezuelan gangs to run free.
Forever.
And all that. Now, here it is. Now, I apologize. Here's the second soundbite from the Democrat leader in the House of Representatives, Hakeem Jeffries, who is saying, apparently, that because he's upset about something, he thinks that DHS Secretary Kristi Noem apparently should be killed, should be assassinated, which the Democrats are doing a lot of.
Kristi Noem is a complete and total embarrassment. She's a disgrace. She's got to go. We are dead serious.
Racist.
She needs to be put on ICE permanently.
She needs to be put on ICE permanently. Now, what does that mean? That's not quite as general as 69, 86, the whole thing. But never mind that. So I actually went and I looked at, put on ice, because to me, what does put on ice mean? You put somebody on ice, that means they're going to the morgue, that you've killed them. This person ought to be put on ice. That's so I looked it up at the idioms, the free dictionary and idioms. And to put someone on ice, #1 definition, to postpone or delay interacting with someone. Postpone. Well, he's not looking at postponing or delaying her. #2, slang, to murder someone. That's right here in the idioms dictionary here. A reference to keeping a body in a freezer in order to keep it from decomposing. But first, to murder someone. So there's the Democrat leader in the House of Representatives, the minority leader. And let's hope he never becomes the Speaker of the House. because he's a savage and a third worlder and an anti-Semite, an anti-American, an anti-capitalist. And now, wait, are you going to put the cabinet secretary, Kristi Noem, on ice? And now imagine the Speaker of the House, Republican Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, saying he was going to put Ilhan Omar on ice. It's time that she were put on ice. That would be racist and sexist, and the Democrats would start firebombing Jews in synagogues and crashing their cars through the front door. But when Democrats with this criminal face that Hakeem Jeffries obviously has, I don't know if you're into phrenology and the lumps on the head and stuff, but he has a criminal brow, and he's got criminal written all over him. He's got, if you saw him in a crowded place, you'd say that guy's a criminal. Oh, that's the Democrat leader in the House. And wait a minute, he wants to put Kristi Noem on ice. Again, number 2 slang, to murder someone. The Democrat Party, which would be funnier if they hadn't murdered Charlie Kirk and shot Donald Trump and shot Steve Scalise and murdered illegal aliens at the Dallas and murdered 5 police officers and wounded 9 more at a Black Lives Matter march and on and on. And so we've got that going for us. That's the Democrat Party. That is the leader of the Democrat Party in the House of Representatives. Yes, sir. And what do we get from the Democrats and from the left? Well, here's a headline I found today when I was searching around. When it comes to killing protesters, Trump sounds like Iran. Now, Iran has murdered thousands and thousands of Iranians fighting for freedom. And the Democrats, what are they fighting for? Illegal aliens who are child rapists and murderers and wife beaters. And those are the heroes of the Democrat Party. And if you go to arrest them, and again, they're in the country illegally, and illegal immigration is illegal. But the headline at the Bulwark, when it comes to killing protesters, Trump sounds like Iran. From Minnesota, from Minneapolis to Mashhad in Iran. Similar rhetoric justifying lethal government violence. I'm sorry, you guys are shooting and killing people all over the place, and you're not good neighbors. Not good neighbors. And you are the party of the first American Civil War. Let's hope you don't drag us into the second American Civil War. But these are the headlines you get when you're a Democrat. They put out these kinds of things. Aren't they amazing? And again, the list on and on and on. And they got these, you see this woman, Ariana Grande. She used to be an attractive woman. Continues political stance against ICE with big endorsement. Ariana Grande continues to wear her activist hat. Is that what that is? To literally step on ice. She's not literally stepping on ice. They use the words, but they don't know what they mean. That's the story from Blast on Yahoo News. The musician has once again proven that she means serious business and will not stay silent in the face of conditions that endanger and threaten the lives of Americans. Illegal aliens are raping and murdering women all over the place. And the honestly, let's you guys, did you come out, Ariana Grande, when Laken Riley was murdered by an illegal alien that was trying to rape her when he murdered her by bashing her skull in with a rock, the nursing student in Georgia? How about the mother of 5 in Maryland that went out for a walk and was raped and murdered by an illegal alien while walking a path in a nice part of Maryland? Did Ariana Grande come out and say that she was really upset about that? And we have an Ariana Grande bit of audio, because these people are as ignorant as they are ignorant. Listen to her. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Ariana Grande finally posted a video. So the Ariana Grande posted an Instagram story to quickly share and post, relying on people to participate in, listen to this, the ICE out nationwide shutdown. It's a nationwide shutdown. No work, no school, no shopping. And, the school, we just had a great caller on the line, Al, from Chicago, from Oak Lawn, and schools closed down there because somebody phoned in a scary bomb threat or some kind of a threat. They won't even say what kind of a threat it was. So they shut down the schools. And coincidentally, on the same day that the Democrats are pushing a nationwide shutdown, no work, no school, no shopping, saying all the restaurants should close down across America because of all the illegal aliens that they've got working in the back, like Tony Montana, who are just looking forward to becoming cartel kingpins. And in the nationwide shutdown, no work, no school, no shopping, January 30th, that's today. If your neighborhood restaurant or store is shut down, then they're pro-illegal alien. They might be illegal aliens. The original post encouraged interested participants to sign up for the march online. It's a march. It's not a march if it's online. To lend their voices, they use the words, but they don't know what they mean, against the treatment of immigrants, I mean illegal alien gang members, in recent times by the Trump administration, taking to X, Ariana Grande fans and members of the public showered her with, I'll leave that alone, with praises for constantly promoting and leading the voices against these inhumane policies. And just, I got to tell you, again, I just read off a list of the people that were arrested on Wednesday alone, the child rapists, the murderers, the wife beaters, just amazing stuff. Second-degree assault with a dangerous weapon. And the Democrats are out there fighting for them, and Ariana Grande is fighting for them, and these drunk Indians crashing into people all over the place, wife beaters, and just amazing stuff. The Democrat Party. What's the matter with them, Michael? I just don't know. All right, let's go to the phones. Let's go to Michael calling from Woodbridge, Virginia. Michael, you're on the Chris Plank Show.
Yeah, Chris, I'm glad I was able to fulfill Rush's obligation to make the host look good by bringing this to your attention. I really wanted to make sure you guys were able to touch on this. I think we are undervaluing what this is. Imagine if 4 or 5 years ago I had called for Nancy Pelosi to be put on ice while I was standing near the Capitol building.
Right.
Imagine the outrage. Imagine what would have happened to my life, how my life would have gotten turned upside down. Right. It is misogynistic at minimum. If you go and you actually look at it, it's wonderful. The internet, thank God for Al Gore inventing the internet, because I was able to find, 50 different dictionary definitions of put on ice. Not one of them does not imply violence when talking about a human being. There are multiple applications that talk about plans, actions, and all kinds of other things. But anything referring to a human being is clearly violent. And how do I know it? Because Hakeem Jeffries says permanently. He clearly is not saying, well, we'll get back around to her later. He's saying she's got to go. She's got to be put on ice permanently. There is no way to misinterpret this. And oh, by the way, Ariana Grande, I call on Republicans across the country to push for SAG and AFTRA to allow their unions to accept illegal aliens in the union. Therefore, they can take Ariana Grande's job like they have taken so many millions of jobs from other Americans who are not in sheltered classes because the union will not allow illegal aliens.
That is outstanding. That was just great.
Republicans, if you don't fight back now, you will be done. You will be the bodies in the mass graves. Make up your damn mind what you want to do.
I got to tell you, it was great, and I loved your open to your setup, that the Rush Limbaugh tradition of making the host look good. That was beautiful. I've been sitting here nodding enthusiastically in agreement with a kind of a smirk on my face. Absolutely great, and you're 100% right when you're talking about if it's a plan for the new kitchen and you're going to put it on ice, then that means it's delayed. If you're talking about a person being put on ice permanently, you're absolutely right. Semantically, grammatically, culturally, you're talking about killing somebody.
One more thing is, you and I have talked about this before, and I'm really getting tired of Republicans underestimating their enemy and undervaluing their enemy, treating their enemy like they're stupid. Stop pretending your enemy is stupid, because it makes you look bad when you lose to the stupid. Yeah. James Walkinshaw, the new guy that replaced Jerry Connolly, is literally out there doing a sales pitch yesterday how he's protecting the federal family. This is the same James Walkinshaw that despises ICE, who are federal employees, members of the federal family, who are union members in law enforcement, that on January 6th, James Walkinshaw told me were angels.
Yeah.
Stop pretending they don't know.
Yeah. Well, it's hard to dispute anything, not that I'm looking to dispute, but you're 100% right as to everything that you've said, Michael.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, man. Yeah, thanks for the call and for making the host look good. I like that in the Rush Limbaugh tradition. Just wonderful stuff. Speaking of which, a new Federal Reserve chair was named by the president today, a guy named Kevin Warsh. Warsh. You know, like you put clothes in the Warsh. W-A-R-S-H. I'm kidding, you don't put clothes in the Warsh. But that's his name, Warsh, like you want to have your wash your car. But looks like a good guy. President Trump's pick, and Jerome Powell will be out, and Kevin Warsh will be in, President Trump's pick. And he looks like a good, solid guy, and he's, I think, what is he, the youngest chair of the Federal Reserve ever? Kind of a big deal. Great call, Michael. Thank you very much. It is Friday. How much time do we have left? Not enough time. We'll squeeze in as much crazy Democrat as we can with the time that we have.
We are dead serious. She needs to be put on ice permanently.
You're listening to The Chris Plant Show. News Talk 105.9 WMAL, making sense of the news.
All right, I have to go. I got something I have to go do. I'll be back later.
We wake up for the sweet rush of getting that warm, delicious breakfast right before the meal.
Start your morning at McDonald's and mix and match a sausage McMuffin with egg McMuffin, or sausage, egg,